So we've got a lot of yard work to do. One of the first things I'm going to do is prune these roses. So this is what I'm going to use. I've got some pruning snips, some loppers. I got a knee pad when I have to get on the knees, some gloves and a rake, and also some disinfectant wipes. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a disinfectant wipe, and I'm going to wipe the cutting portion of the loppers just to wipe off any previous residue from plants or trees that I may have used these on. I don't remember, so just make sure it's nice and clean and disinfected. And then I'm going to then do the same thing with the pruning snips. Just going to wipe them, make sure I wipe off any residue from previous cuttings. And I'm going to do this between rose bushes. And I have 9 rose bushes back here, so after I finish each one, I'm going to wipe the snips to get rid of the residue from that previous rose bush before I cut the next one. And that's just to prevent any disease from spreading to the roses. If one bush has a disease, it would spread to the next one if I didn't wipe it down. So that's why I do that. So as you can see, there's quite a few rose bushes back here, but I'm going to use this one right here as the one I'm going to prune as an example. So as you can tell, there's all this red new growth that's started coming up after it was dormant for the winter. But we're going to prune all that off too. It's not going to matter. We're going to take this down to just their bare canes. So you see these right here? These are called canes. Over here, here. There's probably about 10 or more canes right now on this plant. So we want to get it down to about 5. And we want to have them basically just on the outside. So we want to leave the middle open so the sun come in the middle. And we don't want the canes to cross over into each other. So basically I'm going to start removing some canes in the middle. Okay, now that I got my gloves on, as you can see I got a pad here, I'm going to start getting some of the canes and little branches that are crossing over in the middle. So right back here, there's a cane that's crossing and coming out. It's a small one. So I'm just going to take the snips, snip it right here, pull it out, push it over to the side, and then right next to it was another one, and take that out. Now, there's a branch that's coming off this main cane. I'm going to leave the cane, but I'm going to snip the branch off because it was crossing over. And there's another little branch coming off this main cane that's crossing over. And take that out. Okay, now the back has been opened up. Got it opened here. Now there's a cane, brand new cane shooting up from the middle. This one here is coming right in the middle. We're going to take that out, and I'm going to use the loppers on that one. There we go. Okay, the middle's opening up nicely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the branches that are crossing into the middle. And take that one out. There. I'm going to take this one out here. That's coming off of the main cane. Now, see, this is opening up really nicely. I'm going to take this out. I guess just take out this branch that's coming off this main cane. Over there. This one here is crossing into the middle. I'll take that off. Now, I'm going to take this off. It's crossing into the middle. And this one here is coming off this main cane. That's crossing into the middle. I'm going to remove this one because I got canes on the outside and this one would be shooting up in the middle. So I'm going to use the loppers on that. You can see how this middle is nicely opened up. And there's a brand new cane right there and it's crossing into the middle. So we're going to lop that one too. We got a cane here. This is actually coming off that branch, as is that one. But I got a cane here, and this little one is shooting outward, but it's in back of this main cane, so I'm going to take that one out. And I got a little one starting down here I'm going to just take out. And this one's coming over from there. I'm going to take that out. So now we got one cane. This one's coming off of this branch. Let's call it 2 canes, 3 canes, 4 canes, 5 canes. Okay. So basically, you want to look at the cane, and you want to see kind of where the first budding is. See how that buds right there? And that's shooting on the outside. It looks like it's going to go down, but it's not going to go down to the ground. It's actually, as it comes out, it's going to get thicker, and it's going to go up. So basically, that's the lowest bud on the cane. It's still leaving a good 4 to 6 inches on the cane. So on this particular cane, that's the first place I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it about here. They say like a 1/2 inch above the bud at like a 45-degree angle. And so there we go. So when the rain hits it, it just kind of trickles down this way. Anyway, so that's a good cut right there. So that's going to come out outwards. So now we're going to move over to the next cane. Okay, so on this next cane, I already have one that's starting to bud. You see this brand new growth right there? It's like the lowest one. And so I'm just going to cut above there. I'm going to let this one come out. Okay, not such a great cut, but it's not going to damage it. Okay, so this cane here that I just snipped also has a branch coming off it right here. I'm going to take this branch off. Now, you would think you'd want more branches, but as these buds expand and grow, branches are going to come off of them. Okay, so this next cane right here, there's a little baby bud coming off right there, and that's the lowest one. So I'm going to cut just above that. Okay, and that's shooting outward. Okay, so I just realized I haven't been using gloves, and as you can see, I've cut myself. So I'm going to put my gloves back on. So on this next big thick one here, this has two nice branches going off it. As I go up here, this one's already started right here. So I think that's where I'm going to make my first cut. Okay, so on this other branch that's off this same cane here, I've got this bud that's already started, and it's shooting outward that way. This bud right here is shooting outward that way, so they won't cross. So I think I'm going to cut it here. So I'm just going to cut right above there. Okay, so we got that one shooting out that way. Okay, so on this next cane here, you see you got something growing right there. Well, I'm going to chop that off. And then you got a little bud right here. If I left that, that would shoot towards the middle, so I'm just going to take that off. This one here is starting, but again, it's going to go towards the middle. But can you see this little guy here? Right there? That's the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to cut right above that little one there. Okay, so now we got one more cane left here. As I come up this cane, I can see right there, it's already started to, that's budding and that's already starting to come out into a branch. So that's where I'm going to cut it right there, and that's shooting outwards. So I'm just going to cut above that. Okay, so let's move that out. There we go. So the last thing, I'm just going to take this rake and get rid of all this dead leaves and stuff in there. You want to clear out the middle, and actually I can use my hands for the rest. I'm going to get rid of all the dead leaves and stuff that's in here. We got like pine needles back here. Get rid of all that stuff. And you want to give it just the best environment for it to grow. And by comparison, here's what it looked like before the prune, and here's what it looks like after the prune. Thank you for watching.